all love and don't trip on shit. We all just having fun.
Playboy.
She's my only love. Let's go to the bridge.
Truth about Roni, she's a sweet old girl, about the sweetest little girl in the whole wide world. Toughest old boy phone. So what you at a Roni, you will never get a rub. Special kind of girl, makes the daddy feel proud. Know the kind of girl stands found tender Roni. Roni is so right. I think I'm gonna love her for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Dream come true.
Wow.
Hey y'all, and that was On That Note. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, here's a couple more videos for you to check out. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
My competitors think I have a 10-person team, but in reality, I'm just one guy with an AI employee. When you're a solo founder...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Ah.
Can you stand the rain?
See that? But that's all I know. Like, wait. On a perfect day, know that I can count on you. Ah.
That's not possible.
Oh, I hope I don't fuck this up.
Tell me, can you weather a storm?
Ah.
Oh.
Acapella. Cause I need somebody who will stand by me.
Yeah.
Through the good times and bad times, she will always.
Oh, yeah.
Always be right there. Sunny days, everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain?
Yeah.
Storms will come.
I know, all of this will be
We know
perfect.
for sure.
You know I did that part, and then Rick came behind me and did it, right?
Oh, you did
At
really?
one point, there was like, it was one point I was doing the vocals to the
Wesley
song.
gotta come in and mess up your part.
How did we?
That is driving me insane. And I know I just need one more chance to prove my love to you. If you come back to me, I'll guarantee that I'll never let you go. Can we go back to the days when it was fun? Can you tell me how perfect love goes wrong? Can somebody tell me how to get things back to where they used to be? Oh God, give me a reason. I'm down on bending knees.
Welcome back, guys.
Every song I'll never forget.
Oh my
Just
God, welcome back.
end of the road.
Welcome back, guys. Do me, Abby, how you doing? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh my goodness!
We're
I
doing
was
this
like, but I remember
specially
when I
night
heard that, I was
today.
like, oh yeah, they on their way.
I
They
have to
good.
drop one
yeah.
today, so I'm here.
That was
Shout
Welcome,
out to
welcome,
Eda
welcome.
Sparks, who put together not only his album, put together our
Yeah. All right. What's going on? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ola. My name is Ola, coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. We do have a special programming for you tonight. Yes, we came here today, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're trying to also train the algorithm to pick up shows at any time, you know. So I decided to come tonight to come and drop a couple of things, drop some content, if you will, right? So we're back. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Let's ping as many people that are online. Let's ping them into the room. Of course, today we're going to be talking about, we're going to kind of catch up on Phyna, VeryDarkMan, Dangote, that story. We're going to catch up on that, but we're also going to cover some other story. Abby, good evening to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. As usual, we're going to dance real quick before we continue. Thank you so much. Yes, Abby, thank you for sponsoring the show. I appreciate you. All right, so what we do here is we extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topics. Okay, so in other words, we have an objective. We're not just winging things. We have an objective. The objective is always to extract life and relationship lessons from these trendy topics. Okay, so today, yes, of course, we're going to catch up on the VeryDarkMan versus Phyna. Dangote was actually supposed to be the story, but somehow that is all getting brushed under the rug. But yes, that's what we're going to talk about today. What we do here also internally is we are marriage and relationship coaches. So you can download our books for free. My wife and I, we've written 2 books that you can download for free when you do join the boot camp. The boot camp is only $97. It's 21-day virtual boot camp. You can start at any time. And they also give you access to free consultation with me. And then right there, so the boot camp is 21-day plus some extra bunch of bonuses that take you through everything from dating to potentially divorce, and you're trying to rekindle love all over again. We cover everything. The book is basically a story, and number 1 red flag is a bunch of stories around red flags. This was our latest book, so you can pick this up on Amazon everywhere, but you can also get it for free, the digital version, when you join the bootcamp. The link is at manofprestige.com. All right, I want to say a quick shout out to all the sponsors. Thank you if you're supporting this platform financially. Shout out to people like Abby, of course, who is always supporting. Thank you so much. Moral support, hitting the like button, all of that. Sharing the platform. I appreciate you. All right, thank you so much for always supporting. Without any further ado, we're just going to jump right into some of the trendy stories around the world. I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. So we're gonna talk about the number one secret behind most divorces. I don't know if that's a secret, but this guy, his name is Skuki Peeshaun. Skuki Peeshaun. He's going to, I guess he's just going to talk to us. But he has some opinions around the number one causes of divorce and things like that. And I want us to review together and see if he has sense in what he's saying. Let's listen to that real quick.
Think is the leading cause of divorce?
I think the leading cause of divorce will be the fact that men and women do not understand each other. And school, a lot of who we are as adults is what we learned in school. And sorry, school is one of the places where you really don't learn how to interact with other human beings in the way you would need to for deep relationships.
Right.
You just go there, you wear a mask from morning till the afternoon and you go home, right?
Right.
In school, you're supposed to have an opinion on something and you're supposed to defend the opinion, which means you treat your opinion as a fact. But in a relationship, two people can have two opinions that are very valid and very right.
I agree.
They say sometimes the opposite of a good idea is another good idea. So when you go into a marriage, you could literally be saying something and your partner is not understanding or saying a different thing, and it doesn't mean they are wrong. But people go around in these circles trying to look for who is right and who is wrong. I'll face the women a bit here because women think things deep. Men get fed up and just say, you know what, F it. Which is also bad because she doesn't feel heard. The woman too sometimes doesn't feel she's heard because she feels they haven't gotten to a point of who is right or who's wrong. A lot of relationship coaches miss it here because when they tell couples, oh, communicate this, some people sit down for 8 hours communicating, but the thing is they're still looking for who is right and who is wrong. Your opinion is not a fact.
I agree.
Once you understand that, this girl I'm marrying is going to see the world through a set of eyes that I can't even understand how somebody can think like that, but it is valid. Same way, once you know that this my man is just going to not to see some things in a way, and it's okay. It's how we operate in a man's world. Now, do you want the other person to have peace the way what peace means to them?
So what do you think is the leading cause of divorce?
All right, so I'm curious to know what your thoughts are about this. Is he right? Is he wrong? I'm going to look at some of the reactions, see what people are saying about this. This is actually on his page, so I'm guessing that people will be nice because it's on his page and it's not a basketball personality. But nonetheless, I'm going to read it and see what people are saying. All right, so inside here, somebody actually said, okay, so this was actually a podcast by Official Doing on YouTube. Somebody said, I agree with you to had it. Many times women don't fully understand how men are wired, and men don't fully understand how women are wired. Knowing your spouse's behavior is not the same as understanding the nature of a man or a woman. Oh, that's an interesting angle too. Before marriage, most of us focus too much on behavior and forget to understand the deeper nature of the opposite sex. Okay, behavior can change over time, but the nature of a man or woman is inborn and unchangeable. For example, a man may do everything possible for his wife, but if she doesn't feel emotionally secure, none of it will truly matter to her. Wait, for example, a man may do everything possible for his wife, but if she doesn't feel emotionally secure, none of it will truly matter to her. Likewise, a woman may give her all to her husband, caring for him, feeding him, raising his kids, cooking, staying loyal, and loving him, but if he doesn't feel respected, all of it will mean little to him. At the core, a woman values love above everything, while a man values respect even more than love. The real question is, does your wife feel loved? Does your husband feel respected? You won't truly know the answer until you ask each other. Don't assume. Love is not love until it is felt by your wife, and respect is not respect until it is felt by your husband. I like that actually. All right. Somebody said the oga pata reason for divorce is cheating. Not just lack of communication or understanding, lack of sincere love. Lack of sincere love. What is sincere love? This is how we lie to ourselves again. So when we add sincere, it's suddenly better. If you say so. People marry for different reasons nowadays. That's another talking point that people keep throwing around. That talking point is a useless talking point. I've heard it enough time. We need to stop saying it. I don't even know what the objective is. I think the objective is just to sound like we said something that makes sense. Okay. The objective here is that we actually want families to stay together and healthy relationships. Okay. We don't just want to talk and be right. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. We're not just trying to talk and be right. That's what most people are trying to do on this internet street, and it sounds like it sounds like that's what he was also talking about. I'm going to go back and review what he said. A lot of people just want to be right. Okay, so they say things that another person will say, yeah, you're right. People marry for different. What does that have to do with anything? They're married. Whatever those if everybody marry for different reasons, that means everybody. That means 2 to get 2 is cancelled out. There's no need to repeat that talking point. Anyway, especially when they put finances as top priority without considering other factors. Okay, all right. So that they putting finances as priority is a foundational issue. That one is true, and a lot of people are gonna get in trouble for that. Okay, ladies, when you say just get your own money, that doesn't really solve the problem we're dealing with. Or men say, oh, just keep your eyes on the bag and every woman will flock to you. That doesn't solve the problems we're dealing with. Okay, put money on the pedestal, you'll fall off every time, you and the money. Okay, all right, hold on one second, I need to sneeze. Sorry, that's what was wrong. Natu, I see you. How you doing? All right, so now let me read one more, then I think that's enough. Somebody said for me, okay, the main reason for divorce is not something that is for you. We're looking across the board. Okay, we're looking across the board. What is a very common number one reason for divorce? We're not talking about you. Yours could have been you just hate his guts and you were ready to move on, or you hate her guts. This guy said, for me, the main reason there's divorce is because we don't take or see our spouse like our family. I like that, actually, but that doesn't start from there. That's usually like a symptom. If you really see your spouse as your family, then it would be easy for us to archive for better for us, that we say, yeah, that's usually a symptom. Usually people marry you because they see a life together, right? And at least we have to assume that for this conversation. But let me play this again.
Divorce.
I think the leading cause of divorce will be the fact that men and women do not understand each other. And school, a lot of who we are as adults is what we learned in school. And so
a lot of who we are is what we learned, and men and women don't understand each other. Okay, let's keep going.
sorry, school is one of the places where you really don't learn how to interact with other human beings in the way you would need to for deep relationships.
Okay.
You just go there, you wear a mask from morning till the afternoon and you go home, right?
Right.
There you go. He's right about that. There's no institutionalized training for people to actually do life together, understanding other adults at a deeper level for the purpose of a long-term personal relationships. They don't teach that in school.
In school, you're supposed to have an opinion on something. You're supposed to defend the opinion, which means you treat your opinion as a fact. But in a relationship, two people can have two opinions that are very valid and very right.
I agree.
So this,
And then people take that same debate attitude into relationships. That's what he's talking about. No wonder. Set messy.
say sometimes the opposite of a good idea is another good idea.
The opposite of a good idea is another good idea sometimes, particularly in romantic relationships, right? He's making sense so far. This guy is one of maybe 3 other people I can think of, maybe 2 other people I can think of that so far I feel really understand what is going on with relationships all over the place in the poto, okay? And people don't always agree with him, but from what I've heard so far, he knows what he's talking about. He's one of 2 other people I know. They're not your popular people that you know, okay? But I like what he's saying. So even if you disagree with what he's saying, he will make you think. Let's keep going.
So when you go into a marriage, you could literally be saying something and your partner is not understanding or saying a different thing, and it doesn't mean they are wrong. But people go around in these circles trying to look for who is right and who is wrong.
How many times have I told you guys here that it is never about right or wrong or good or bad or black and white? When it comes to this thing called relationship, it is never about those easy things to point fingers at, right? When you find yourself say, so who is right? So who do you want to blame? Those conversations is exactly why you keep ending up in problems. Because who do you think, let's make an assumption for you. Help yourself make an assumption. Actually, do the guessing. Who do you think you're going to think is right or wrong? Of course you're right and the other person is wrong, right? See? Since we already know that, why we keep revisiting that? That's not the solution to the problem you're trying to solve. Black and white is not the solution. Right or wrong is not the solution. Who is to blame? Who is at fault? It's not the solution. But yet, that's what we all do inside of relationship. Hello, Dr. Adama, I see you.
I'll face the women a bit here because women think things deep. Men get fed up and just say, you know what, F it.
Yeah.
Which is also bad because she doesn't feel heard.
So men literally run out of patience. They run out of patience. When in fact, Ebenezer Obi has been saying for a long time, Suru la fin shoko birin. But yes, I know somebody said, no, scatter everything. Somebody said, if a woman cheats on me, she's my enemy for life. I said, add your children to it too. Your children becomes your enemy. So are you saying we should accept any cheating woman? I said, no, you're obsessed with cheating. You're probably going to attract cheating anyway. A cheating woman. Wait, but that's wrong. Let's just blame the cheating. You see, blame. You want to go in the angle of blame. No wonder. No, it is not your fault they cheat. They were a cheater. But the issue here is that we're not dealing with the real issues. And some of those issues could have been the reason why you never had a relationship in the first place. A lot of people are complaining about cheating. There was no relationship in the first place. A lot of people are complaining about cheating. They started the cheating. They just don't count what they did as a cheating. Let's not get into the cheating conversation. He's right. So far.
The woman too sometimes doesn't feel she's heard because she feels they haven't gotten to a point of who is right or who's wrong. A lot of relationship coaches miss it here. Because when
you keep chasing after who is right and who is wrong, it's an endless battle. It's an endless, you're not going to finish it. And if you finish it, somebody's holding resentment inside. Because you made them wrong, which means you're also wrong. So at what point do you hold each other accountable? I keep asking for that. If it's working for you, you know.
I tell couples to communicate this. Some people sit down for 8 hours communicating. But the thing is, they're still looking for who is right.
They keep talking. They keep calling it communication. Why? Because the objective is to find out who is wrong and who is right. And then they wonder why the relationship continues to end up in the poto. All right, so I think he's right. But again, so far, I like a lot of his talking points. So go check him out. His name is Skuki Peeshaun. I think he was a rapper or something like. I'm not sure. I think he must have had a previous life as a celebrity. I'm not sure. Okay. The only thing I found is that he used to be in love with Chidinma. Apparently, according to some kind of news report here, he used to be in love with Chidinma, the singer who became the singer who became a gospel singer. He said this was an old article from 2013. Said it seems someone is in love and can't bear holding it back. As Peeshaun, I might be pronouncing that wrong, expressed his love for Chidinma in an interview below. Nigeria is blessed with pretty babes. If you study me well, you will observe that I'm a very romantic guy. Obviously. At the same time, I'm very emotional. Well, emotional for sure. Romantic? I don't know. I definitely have someone that I love so much, and the person is in the industry, Chidinma by name. She's really attractive. So it must have been a rapper, because this poses looks like some kind of young rapper wannabe or something like that. She's really attractive. I really love her so much. But we've not really had time to chat closely, except when we met at backstage during shows. I hope she will read this, but for her to know that Peeshaun of Skuki loves her, though she doesn't read papers. I don't know. Chidinma has become Holy Spirit these days, you know. Shout out to our own Chidinma here. I haven't seen her in a while. But do me a favor, let's move on to some other stories. That was Peeshaun on Donyi's podcast. I thought that was some really cool stuff we extracted from that. Hello, Jojo. Good morning to you, Jojo of Australia, right? Good to see you, Jojo. Australia or Japan, something like that. All right, so we're doing off schedule today, so let's get into it. All right, so I'll be right back. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, in the chats. Let me know what you think about this, and let's follow the other trendy stories around the world. I'll be right back.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back, guys. I have another story here that we should talk about. Well, her story. Her name is Oluchi Tunde-Oni. She's a counselor, but she's gonna share some things with us. I'm not sure if she's a counselor with her husband, but I've seen a few videos on the internet. They have a few clips all over the internet or social media. I like what they do. I follow them. So, but she's saying something here. I want us to listen to it together, and then we'll come back and chat about it. Let's go.
The married card. To the married ladies, please.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think so far with that? What do you guys think about that? Were you shocked? All right. She talked about how her husband is in no way like her father. You know, one of the things that's quite underrated when it comes to marriage is acceptance. A lot of people struggle with acceptance. You see, the acceptance in marriage is not just about marriage. Like most of the principles in marriage that really makes a marriage wholesome, they're just life principles. They're not really about marriage. That's why when people say marriage is a scam, I say you're just saying life is a scam. You are the butt of the joke. What, we don't have to sign the paperwork, you are still the butt of the joke. Okay. The principles that make marriage work is basically the principles that create a happy life. Okay. So acceptance is one of them. There's just some things in life that you're just going to have to accept. Hello, Uncle Beno, I see you, brother. There's some things in life the people we love the most, we don't try to change them. We try, but it usually never works. what you will find that you love the most about them are things that you learn to accept over time. You will learn that it is no different when it comes to life, marriage, your siblings, any form of relationship. And that's what she's speaking to. So what do most people do? They say, look, I think I met my father. I met a guy like my father. And then we wrap all these kind of things together, which some people, it might be true for some people like that. Or I'm more attracted to people like my father. We say these things, but it has nothing to do with the skill set that you need to survive in long-term relationships and marriage, right? So acceptance is one of those things. Acceptance doesn't mean you just accept anything. It's actually a skill set. It's an art of its own. So there's some things, there's a way you accept, right? There's a way you accept that can actually affect and influence change, the kind of change you're looking for, right? And it starts with, don't be obsessed with whatever that end outcome, but learning how to accept what is in front of you is, you can also think of it in terms of gratitude. Just learning how to appreciate what you got is the route you want to take to get to more things that you want. But it sounds too much like preaching, I guess, all that kumbaya stuff. Let's just hold them accountable. Correct them as they come. I'm a blunt person. I correct it as it's come. As it's come like that, I fire you back to your parents. That's what most people do in marriage. It's no wonder why it's falling apart everywhere. Does she look like somebody who is sad? No, she doesn't. Well, it's just a video with a bunch of background music, so maybe she was playing us. But let me just tell you right now, play us or not, I agree with her. I'm going to share with you 5 different reasons really quickly. You can list it out. If you list it in the chat, I will take it, I'll put it on the screen. But I just want to fly through this really quickly. Number 1, acceptance creates safety. Okay, yes, your partner needs to feel accepted by you. Feelings, you have to create that space. Okay, flaws and all, you need to accept it. Okay, and if you would like that flaw to change or to actually be better, it's going to start with you accepting it first. Okay, number 2, it reduces conflict. Okay, because again, oftentimes you're asking people to change and you're also telling them to become a different person, a different personality. Of course, you're telling them to take up a new, better habit. You're rightfully asking for these things sometimes. It's the way you're asking for them that is not working. Number 3, it builds trust and loyalty. Number 4, it nurtures growth. Number 5, it strengthens companionship. Well, marriage is not about happiness. You're lying to yourself. What you just said is supposed to, you designed it to make you happy, but you're lying. Okay, and it's not going to make you happy, but inside of yourself you said that because you thought it would make you happy, but I'm not going to make you happy. You're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. You need to remove the focus off of happiness. You need to create a healthy environment for people to feel like they can feel fulfilled, feel like they can thrive. Let me see, I think somebody came in the studio. Uncle Beno, my brother, how are you, sir? You can
MOP.
How you doing now?
I just did, Baba. How your side?
I do. We did here. We're just cruising on a Saturday night. Small.
I know.
People don't go to sleep, but we did here.
No, they are probably at Owambe.
That's true. That's another angle. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
I just heard this lady video you played now.
Yes.
It's quite interesting. So I'm like, let me first of all come and ask you if you can send it to me. I really like it. And then 2, I wanted to say this. I know sisters might start throwing me bad blows, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that some women can literally destroy their marriage based on what this woman said, that the husband is a complete opposite to what she expected, based on how she saw her own father, very handy, walking around the house, cooking and doing all of that. But by the time she got married, the husband can literally enter ground. If she say, help me go market.
Yeah. So, you know the funny thing, Uncle Beno? Me too. I'm like that. If you want to punish me, well, let me not market. I can stop by, pick up 1 or 2 things, shop price, stuff like that. But if you want to punish me, number 1, take me to a mall and make me walk around the mall.
Are you kidding me? You don't like
As
doing that?
I hit the mall with a passion. Particular me, if I go to a mall like this, right?
Okay.
I know where I'm going. I enter the place, I leave to the closest door. But them, they go enter one door, they want exit from the other door, and then walk around. And I don't have the patience for that. The second thing you
Exactly.
want to do to punish me is to make me go and do a full blown grocery. I, I will if I have to, but it's not my favorite thing. And thank goodness I marry a woman who will not punish me that way. But you're on
Exactly.
point. Your point.
Exactly.
Hey,
So
Biba,
some lady um
I'm listening.
some lady will just destroy a beautiful thing they got going because according to them, the man must check all the boxes. Especially nowadays. That's why sometimes when I hop on some conversation online, it pisses me off when I hear some women talk about this shit. Because nowadays is, oh, you got to wash plates, you got to clean. Why can't you do? There is not a gender rule. It's a survival skill. Nya, 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 nya. And I'll be wondering, have you put into consideration that you can actually meet an amazing man, a man who will sweep you off your feet, offer you the entire world. But that same man will be, when they say masculine man pro max, that he doesn't want to do nothing that is considered female role in the house. So are you going to walk away with that? Or are you going to call him names? Just because your friends come and brag to you, oh, my husband wash plate, they don't burn my husband well, make you no wash plate. How dare my husband come home? He didn't cook for me. Not because you hear women yapping online, you are not expecting that this beautiful man you just found, this man that you can literally press his mumu button and he will just be saying yes baby, yes baby. The only thing is there are some things he can't even bring himself down to do. You see what I'm saying, Baba?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say it and put it out there that many women are ruining their home, ruining their chances because they want their marriage to replicate what their friends tells them is happening in their home. And like I've always said on my
Comparison, right? This is what
yeah,
she was talking about.
exactly, exactly. So, oh, my friend said this is what her husband is doing. Oh, I hear this woman who is preaching that I say my husband, they don't call my husband. Well, my husband will do like this, and now you are expecting your husband to do
So,
like
Uncle
this.
Beno, let me ask you a question though.
Yeah.
What do you advise to? Let's start with the lady first, and then let's end it with the man. Let's give them separate advices. What do you say to a lady who feels exhausted by the house chores? As you know, women don't necessarily have access to house girls, right, or help, especially when it comes to japa marriages, right? They don't have access to the necessary help, and in the Western society, for the most part, the women need to work just as much, if not more, to sustain the lifestyles and their living standards, right? So what do you advise to such lady, right, who is asking for some type of help with regards to those things we're just talking about, and then end it with your advice for their husband who might be experiencing the woman complaining about this already?
Okay, here's the thing. First off, my question to the lady will be, what kind of work are you doing? And what kind of work is your husband doing? How are your finances? Are you getting exhausted because you are doing too much at your job? Are you getting exhausted because you have to work that hard because your husband cannot cover the bills? I don't know if you get what I'm saying, MOP.
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening.
Now, if you will have to work as a result of necessity, definitely means that your husband may have some times in his hand. Because I don't see how your husband walk around the clock, you are walking around the clock too. That you now have this house chores that is now giving you too much pressure. Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Especially when you are raising kids. I don't subscribe to the idea that, oh, wife must be working around the clock, husband must be working around the clock when they are raising kids. So now, if the situation is they are both in competition, because that's what happened in a lot of marriages too. Husband is chasing money, wife is chasing money. Now both of them are exhausted when they get home and sleep. Husband expect the wife to do her home duty. So it's a different ballgame. But the only advice I can give a woman is, first off, assess the situation. Because sometimes some women may be married to a man who is actually doing well financially. A man who can cover all the bills, cover everything, and they are fine. Meaning she herself is not supposed to be walking around the clock to the point that she will be too exhausted to take care of her own house chores. You feel me now? So
Yes.
if the man is not doing that much and she is the one who have to do more, then the man must help by fire by force. She just have to communicate to the man that, hey, look at this, I can't do this, I can't do this, and you are not helping. And then she has to express it in a tone that the man will understand.
Okay.
If the man is proving too stubborn, he's not understanding, he's stressing her out, why are you in the marriage in the first place? That's the time you give him you first give him a yellow card. Dude, if you are not changing for the next 3 to 6 months,
It's not working.
I think this marriage is not for me. I'm telling you honestly, that's what I would tell anybody who is feeling that way.
Gotcha.
Because if you weigh it, the only reason a woman can be exhausted after work is because she probably have a very demanding job where she has to be there and give all her energy. So if you have a work that is so demanding, you give her energy, then that job must be paying you well enough. And it means that your husband that cannot help also must have a job that consumes his time, which means he got to be making good money from that job. So therefore, you guys should get a house help. If you can't get a house help, pay people that are Mexicans around that can help you come and clean your house, do everything. But if that is not the case, and as a woman, you are the one who is carrying all this load, and you try to communicate with your husband, and your husband is not supporting, that marriage is not the right marriage for you. That's all I would say. And
Okay.
as a man,
Before you go to the man, let me add this to the man. Let's assume that it's just a full-time job, that she's gone all day. She has to commute 2 hours, top, bottom. Just like the husband. In fact, both of them, when it comes to picking up the kids and stuff, they figure it out. But the guy is asking for home-cooked meal, right? Is asking that, the kitchen is supposed to, and not on top of that, he's feeling neglected. This man is feeling neglected in the other room. And, what would you advise to such a man?
well, first off, if this is the situation, the man needs to be honest with himself first. You get what I'm saying right now? The man has to be honest with himself. How come you are being neglected in the bedroom? How come you needed the home cooked meal from a woman who is also working around the clock? Men whose wife is working around the clock, they don't deserve to say, I need home cooked meal. Based on the scenario you
Uncle
stated.
Beno, I want to make this even more fun. I'm following you. I'm with you all the way.
Okay.
Let me even make this even more fun. He has a BMW. He said the BMW is good enough for them because he takes train anyway. But the wife said, I want my own Range Rover. So they have the Range Rover, they have a BMW, and of course they have a house now, like everybody else, because after all, new couples are supposed to have a house, right? So let's add that on top. I want to sprinkle that on top of it. So continue.
That is irrelevant. Yeah, they have BMW, they have Range Rover. It's irrelevant.
He resents the Range Rover because he feels like she's the one that pressured them into the financial
That's
situation.
why I said the man should be the one to work on himself first. Why should you agree to something you know you can't afford or you know is not appropriate? All those those are like two child in marriage.
She says she's paying for it herself, so it shouldn't be his problem. But now it's not getting quikus because she needs to work so she can pay for the Range Rover.
Man of prestige. No matter how we paint this situation, you know me already. My thing is that as a man, don't chew more than you can bite. You are the man. If you demand home cooked meal, you want this done, you want that done, then you should make sure you are in a position whereby you have to let your wife know that whatever job she is doing is not because you folks needed that her money in the house. It's just because she has to work. So that way, the woman will know that my job don't allow me to cook is not an excuse. I don't know if you get what I'm saying right now.
Right.
Every woman must work. Everybody should work and all of that. But I'm just saying, if you are the type of man you don't want to help the woman at home, you want fresh cooked meals every day. Yeah. That means you marry a full-time housewife. Well, those are the ones I see that can do that round the clock. But if you are married to a woman that she has to work as a result of necessity to pay the bills and
Well, she
everything,
didn't have to work that much, according to him. She didn't have to work that much, but because she piled this extra expense on herself, because she insisted they must have a house, like her friends, and she insisted on the second Range Rover. And he's like, well, I told you that we can't afford this, but you insist. Now you have to work. But you see what I'm saying? So it's not exactly, it's not directly, it's not directly what he agreed to, but seemingly he didn't have a choice because some of our ladies don't necessarily listen too.
Baba, what all that boils down to is that the man marry a boss lady. That's just what I'm hearing right now. Because in marriage, whether wife drive Range Rover or wife drive limousine, that shouldn't stop the wife from performing her own duty in the house. Once what the wife's supposed to do and what the husband's supposed to do is becoming an argument, that is not a marriage. That is two bosses in a relationship. Oga jam oga. That's just the way me I say it. So there is no way around it. What the man can do is he either compromise. You see what I'm saying? He should rather compromise. He say, okay, you know what? Let's figure a way around these things. I don't want to eat out. Are you gonna be cooking and preserve it? So when I come, I know I have a fresh meal at home. How do you want to do it? Now, if the lady is not listening, if the lady is insisting that, okay, you cook your meal, you do that, then forget it. You are not in marriage. You're not gonna just tear paper, make everybody work on your own. You see, that's just what I'm gonna say. But
I like that.
But then, this is not a big deal. This is what you guys can work around.
I mean, tearing paper is easier said than done, but I hear you. To tear paper, a lot of couples are going through this, which is why I painted that picture like that for you. And
MOP, honestly, tear paper no hard though. To be honest,
see when you say no hard, you're talking about as an individual. Remember, two people are involved, right?
Yes.
So there might be one person that you know hard for. That person might be on the receiving end. They're the one being rejected, so they're not the one calling quits. It so happened to be the other person. I played a video here yesterday where the lady, I don't know, a Liberian or Sierra Leonean lady, who said, "No, I don't want to give the guy divorce." I played that video here yesterday, or two days ago, Jerry. You know, so if we consider that it's two people involved, divorce is difficult. Speaking of divorce is difficult, Uncle Beno, please stick with me because I want us to cover this next story together, right?
No problem.
I want to leave this one hanging like this. I want everybody who comes to watch this video to contribute their comments and let us
Yeah, I
know
need the
what they
video. I
think.
really want. Please don't forget me send the video. I really
Yeah, I
need
go
the
send
video.
that one, no problem now. Yeah, I will
She
send it to
gets
you.
sense.
Yeah. She's a counselor, so it makes sense that she gets sense. You know what I'm saying? All right. Everybody hit the like button, share, subscribe, join the conversation in the comment. Let's finish it in the comment area. Let me know what you think about what she's saying. Is she the word I'm looking for is she delusional about the reality of some of these marriages, or she's just acting like her own shit don't stink too? What do you have to say about this? I like what she said personally. Uncle Beno likes it, but maybe you can help us dig a little deeper into the reality of what this thing looks like. Even Jojo also agree with that as well, you know. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to some other stories around the world. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. We will be right back.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. I do have Uncle Beno's hanging out with me right now. We're going to I think Ice also sent me this story earlier on, but I'm looking at it on Instablog Nigeria. I'm gonna read it and I want to hear your take on this one, Uncle Beno. It's a story about a man who cries out after finding out his wife of barely 3 months is unfaithful with a married man. Interesting. All right, so I'm gonna read it, and then we can both chop it up and see if we can extract some tips out of this. Okay. All right, so listen to it. My story, please. I need help. I recently got married. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Okay, there you go. I recently got married, but within just 2 months, I discovered my wife has been unfaithful. This affair actually started before I even came into the picture, and sadly, it has continued even after our marriage. She receives money and support from another man, and it has affected everything we planned together. Since finding out, my life has turned upside down. I can't sleep, I can't think straight, and I keep asking myself why someone would knowingly destroy both our own home and another woman's home. To make matters worse, she presents herself as a committed church worker, which makes the betrayal even more painful. I'm sharing this because I feel broken, disappointed, and confused. Nigerians, I need your advice and prayers. I don't want to carry this pain alone. How do I undo this? How do I protect my peace when the marriage I entered with love and hope has already been damaged by infidelity? This is my cry for help. Please guide me. Above is a picture of the man having an affair with my wife. I can't stay with it. That is his wife he got married to in 2017. It will also post my married picture from June 14, 2025. If you truly did not want the disgrace, you would have prevented it. Okay, he's continuing another post here. Many opportunities were given to you to address this issue, yet you chose silence. Even when your pastor reached out for counseling, you refused to attend. Instead, you continue to protect the image of the man with whom you committed infidelity, after destroying his own home and mine, all for the love of money. If he was truly the one you wanted, why didn't you marry him? Why drag me into this mess? The pain you have caused me is too heavy to carry alone. Even now, you show no remorse or sympathy. Instead, your loyalty remains with him. I wish people could truly feel the weight of my pain. I would not wish this experience on any man. If this had only been a relationship, I would have quietly walked away. But marriage is different. I don't enjoy social media drama, but I believe the world should hear my story so others can learn. You may think you can ruin another woman's home. I could have understood if you were simply like most of our friends, like most of your friends, but you made me believe you were different. Eh? He's dragging the friends. Oh. Yet, now I see the same patterns, the same choices. One of your close friends left her first husband, married a second, and is still cheating on him. If marriage was never your true desire, you should have stayed single and continued in your lifestyle of chasing men instead of dragging me into this deception. I tried to end my marriage peacefully, but I was denied that chance. What I met instead of truth and honesty was denial and betrayal. My deepest hurt has been watching my wife protect another man she has been having an affair with, all because of her plans to leave the country. This has brought me stress, shame, and heartbreak. Even when her family intervened, she denied everything, yet continued to take from me while living another life. The dreams we built together, our future, our children, the family we were meant to create have been shattered. This pain didn't stop with me, it extended to other family. Imagine the family of the man you're having an affair with does not like you. They did a lot of things to make sure you got your own share of pain. Your own late mother, who supported us wholeheartedly, suddenly fell ill and passed away just a day after the wedding. Instead of things improving, the infidelity only worsened. I shared my story not to disgrace anyone, but so others can learn. Marriage must stand on truth, respect, and faithfulness. Without this, no marriage can survive. I have tried everything possible to resolve this situation peacefully. I even suggested that we end the marriage amicably, but she refused. I have proof of everything. Yet she continued to play mind games and deny that there has been any affair. It became clear to me that there was a plan between them, and I realized there were things I was not seeing before. I asked her to return the Toyota Camry 2004 that he gave her to use during the wedding period. At the time, she told me the man was only a very good friend who did not live in Nigeria, but I later discovered that he frequents both Nigeria and overseas. When I insisted she return the car because the situation was no longer comfortable for me, she refused. Even the man's younger sister wanted to go public about this issue. But the truth is, she is not the one living with this betrayer, it is me. Through all of this, I admit I am not a perfect man, but all I ever wanted was for her to be remorseful and truly sorry, so we could plan our future together and build a happy home. Unfortunately, neither her pastor nor her family could salvage the situation. Uncle Beto, over to you. Uncle Beto, this thing belongs with the real fam. This story right here. I can see Honey Bay all over it. I can see Okudayo. I mean, on this one right now. Maybe we go still take out to village meeting over there.
I swear.
Oh,
I think
God.
Abby shared something like this in the backstage. Abby or somebody shared something like this earlier today. I tried to look at the story, it was long, and I'm like, oh God, I can't read all of this. But I maybe it's not this particular one, but I know they were discussing something like this earlier today. Well,
Okay.
MOP, this is a cheating situation. So if I have to like just verify the information you just shared now to ensure that I heard what I heard very well. He discovered the wife was cheating 3 months after their wedding, right? And the wife is cheating with a married man,
Yes.
right? And the married man frequent overseas and Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay. And the married man gave the wife a gift of a car, right? A Camry.
Yes, the 2004 Camry.
2004 Camry.
What did they call
That's
that
an
one?
old Camry now. Pencil light. They call it pencil light or something.
This man here looks like he doesn't have his own money, but that's irrelevant, I guess. She married him. You know, so a 2004 Camry to use for her wedding, apparently.
To use for her wedding. The same wedding to the same man, right?
Yes.
How come the woman is the one who is bringing the car, not the man? Some of these
No.
men with their story, man. All right, now
Now
first off,
upcoming,
I don't.
now upcoming guy now upcoming fella.
It still don't matter. There are some things that you don't take, no matter your financial situation. There are some things you don't take that you have to make it known. You have to talk to your woman. She needs to know that this is the type of man you are.
Mm.
It's crazy. A man gave her 2004 car to use. First off, if his brain is working, why don't you just tell the girl, something is not right. Who is this man to give you this car for to use for this wedding? No, it does no excuses whatsoever that the woman can give. The only person who can give that woman car to use for her own wedding should rather be her dad, her brother, her uncle, maybe her auntie. And then if it has to be anyone else at all, it should be somebody you both know and you know very well. Not one random man you don't
Not
know,
some
and then
random aristo somewhere.
not some random man you don't know, and then your wife explained to you, he's a man, he's a nice man, he just said the story don't add up. I'm sorry, but it's real. A lot of men are actually experiencing that. Now, what is the man asking for? He needed advice or what?
At this point,
Or
it
he
looks
just
like
wanted to expose the wife for what it is?
it looks like he just wanted to expose. I guess he's tried everything to even to move on amicably. He's tried even counseling. He's tried so the only thing I can extract out of this right now is that he's badly hurt. He's been badly injured. You understand what I'm
Well,
saying?
MOP, I think
He
that
said
man.
he said he can't sleep. He can't think straight.
Okay.
This has brought me stress, shame, heartbreak. He's badly injured. I can only imagine because you did this to a man. In our society, a man is not like this. He never think this will ever happen to him until it actually happens. Women have actually told themselves long enough that all men cheat, right? So somehow they have some of them have like a soft landing somewhat in case this happens. But when this happens to a man,
MOP, man. I don't want to sound like
no, go for
I
it.
am.
Go for it. I told you
Yeah,
maybe we go still come to the village meeting, come and address this issue.
yeah.
You
Basically, I
know.
don't want to sound like I am siding with the woman. I think the man he deserved to be cheated on. The way he's even going
Ha!
about
Uncle
those.
Ben, no.
Yes, Baba. Make I shalaye. The reason I said he deserved to be cheated on is that first off, your wife is cheating on you 3 months after your wedding. What that simply boils down to is that woman cannot be trusted, and you should have seen some traces even before you people decided you want to be married. A woman don't just find somebody new within the first 3 months of your marriage and start cheating on you straight off. I'm sorry. The guy he's not man enough. I think the woman probably married him for cover up. Some women do that.
But
Yeah,
why
yeah.
won't she just divorce him? Because she refused to grant him divorce as well.
It's following the pattern of what we are seeing right now in Nigeria. Many of these, I won't say many, some of these sisters in Nigeria, they are dating married men who have arrived, who are doing great. Many of
Right.
them are dating married men. The married man can afford to take care of their life, especially if the married man is the type that lives abroad or he frequent abroad and Nigeria is doing great. I'll give you an example. No matter how it is, a $500, if you give a woman $500 in Nigeria every month, you are giving that woman a lot of money,
That's a lot of money.
depending on her current status. So if the woman is the type that she's not doing okay herself, maybe she's the type who all she can make in a month is like maybe 150 or 200K in a month. and you as a man, you are giving that woman $500 every freaking month, Baba, that woman a big babe. You see what I'm saying?
A woman now, depending on when they did this wedding, this guy could be scattering everything like years later. He's probably still very resentful because you mentioned something earlier, a 2004 Camry, Abby. So he might be scattering everything years later. Maybe he's still very resentful. But if we assume that this was a recent wedding and the woman who would accept a 2004 Camry for her wedding, $500 goes a long way, if that's what you're saying.
Exactly. So coming to what I'm saying now, many of these women in Nigeria, they are dating married men, and yet they still have to marry. Abby, tell me if I'm lying. They still have to marry. So
they will marry somebody now. They will marry a nice guy somewhere.
They will marry somebody for cover up, just to cover up. So I see our husband, but may we not deceive ourselves. Many of them in Nigeria, they are cheating. Unfortunately, a lot of women cheat more than men in Nigeria. Both men and women cheat in Nigeria, but women cheat.
No, they all cheat. All of them
in
cheat.
Nigeria now. So that's just the energy.
I mean, not all people. I mean, all genders. Not all people, but all genders. Yeah. Now, so Abby said justice for up and coming brother. You see, this story, I believe this story. I also believe it's one-sided. But the part that she's cheating with her and protecting another man, that part is probably true. But there's a lot of things that goes into what that guy is saying. And I partially agree with Uncle Beno in the sense that women in general just don't up and leave and start cheating with somebody. Although he's mentioned himself that she had been dating this person, she had an affair with this person even before they got married. Now, a man is supposed to know. You can know when your woman's attention is divided. Especially if they are receiving gift. It is not okay to receive such gift from a random man that is not also friends with your husband. And if he's friends with your husband or together, they will be giving you that gift together as a couple, not just to one person to use for a wedding. And if you get into a place where your spouse is no longer comfortable and they're not comfortable with a gift, right? At that point, it's already too late to, if you have to address all this it's already too late, So I won't say he deserves it. That's the place where I disagree with you. Nobody deserves to be cheated on. But it's the reality, that is his reality right now. I would just tell him to gather himself together and understand that it is not the end of the world.
MOP no vessel. I know say agree with me, say he deserve it. But somebody will go marry woman, we find a person woman where they don't they dash 2004 Camry. And you don't get 2004 Okada.
He's supposed to know better. But when I showed a video here that Isa's be sharing stuff with me. I showed a video here that once somebody's son, a childless somebody's son, was chasing after single mothers, and I've been wanting to say that before she sent that to me. I know that these young men they are attracted to these single mothers. So after they are attracted to single mothers, and then they all go there and start competing with the woman's children, and they don't know what to do with themselves. It's a very confusing state to be in. So I'm not surprised that a young gullible man will fall in love with the woman who is already engaged with a married man somewhere. He probably even saw signs and he ignored it, and he probably thought, once she settled down, maybe, like you said, maybe a very fine woman, But it sounds to me like he's a man who lacks self-respect, which doesn't mean he's a bad person, because a lot of people misconstrue being bad for lacking self-respect, or when we call out some of these things, right? He lacks self-respect. It's a man who obviously is dealing with low self-esteem right now because his whole world has been shattered, right? And to be honest, I expect that it's a natural thing you will go through once you experience this kind of loss. Yes, he's probably having a hard time. Remember, we talked about acceptance earlier on when we were talking about Oluchi, Tunde-Oni, right? She was talking about accepting. If you want more, you have to accept first. It's part of the phases, stages you have to go through if you want more out of life. Acceptance. In this case, he will need to accept his fate, and it's going to be a process. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult for him to get through, but it is what it is. But a person's cheating is let them cheat in peace. Leave them behind. It's a mindset shift. Leave them behind. Do not destroy your own life because another human being decided to cheat. This goes for both man and woman. Okay? Pick up the pieces. Move on. If it's a situation where the person is remorseful, because he's also said she's not remorseful, she's not accountable, all right? She's not admitting that, but she's busy protecting the man, right? If it's that kind of situation, then there's no such thing as infidelity recovery. We do have infidelity recovery, but it requires both people to say, okay, we went through some really bad situation, we betrayed each other, or I betrayed her, or I betrayed my spouse, or my spouse betrayed me, but we're here together, we want to work on it. At that point, it requires both of them to say the remorse is needed. It's a necessary ingredient, right? Before you can move forward. And you can't have the pastors chasing this woman for you. That's again telltale sign of lack of self-respect. You need to let go. I know it's difficult, but that's what this person needs to let go. I'm going to leave it at that. Uncle Bedo, you want to add on to it?
MOP, let's just go. You sum it up perfectly well. Thank you.
All right, let's move on to finally to the order of the day. We're going to go ahead and talk about Phyna and VeryDarkMan and Dangote. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share, subscribe, turn up the notifications so you're notified when we go live. Join the conversation. Advise this young man in the chat, in the comments. Let me know what you think about this story. But we'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, receipts are out. They are releasing receipts. Okay, they are releasing receipts. Phyna has been releasing receipts. We covered the story. Go and watch the previous story. Basically, unfortunately, sadly, let me slow down for a second before I get too excited. This story is supposed to be...
Okay, you are sitting on someone else's chair.
Let me mute Uncle Beno real quick. This story is... So, Uncle Beno, feel free to unmute when you're ready. If I call you and you don't speak, let me know. This is supposed to be about Phyna's sister, her name is Ruth, versus Dangote. That's what this is supposed to be about, regardless of who tried to help in the first place. Okay? VeryDarkMan helped in making noise about this, to put some clout on top of this story so that the Dangote group of companies can actually answer to their liability. You know, but as we are seeing right now, this story has become something else entirely, and people are getting distracted everywhere. And this sounds like what we've seen before. But anyway, Phyna has had to release she released some screenshots. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right, so she released some story. I'm going to read some of the receipts and then we'll take it from there. Okay, a few people have also injected themselves, like the easy girl. She's injected herself. Now she's becoming a very dark man. She said it cannot be two people. We can't have two people trying to save Nigeria. We need multiple people saving Nigeria, because if we have one person try to save Nigeria, they will try to become God. That's problematic. But anyway, she's injected herself. But anyway, if you look here on the screen, we have some VDM style receipts. When I see this kind of receipt, honestly, it screws for me. It's all allegedly, because anybody can create this with AI today. But oh well. She posted, she said, Omo manipulator top rated lies. Remember yesterday she was still asking for apologies. She asked that she asked for VeryDarkMan to forgive and let's just get back behind the story. But right now it's looking like something else. Okay. We also uncovered that she was asking for 1 billion naira, which I don't think is a big deal. Because 1 billion naira is not the real issue here. She's asking for her sister to be flown abroad. They try to make a whole big deal out of that. I don't see the big deal because the young lady has lost her 1 or 2 limbs already. So it's not about money or flowing abroad right now. She needs to be stabilized so she can still have a chance at life, right? So, but a lot of people are making it about Phyna asking for all these flamboyant things. She said, lies choke. Lies choke. Well, one day, Sha, just one day. Who no go no? Who no go no? Okay, all right. Who no go no? Okay, all right. So a screenshot here says, "Be careful though." This was, remember, VeryDarkMan said this to her once. They told VeryDarkMan that they didn't want him in the meeting. The Dangote, quote unquote Dangote people said they didn't want.
Make I help out there. It means say who no go no.
Who no go no. I was trying to read the word on my screen. Thank you, Jerry. So anyway, so remember VeryDarkMan was like, oh, they didn't want him in the meeting. He got butt hurt. Uncle Beno said no, he got used. He got used and dumped. I said, no, they just didn't need him anymore. Uncle Beno said no, he got used and dumped. Uncle Beno was praying on his live show today. He was praying for those of us that like to use people and dump them. I said, may God not allow us to be useless too. If you can't be useful, then maybe you're useless. God forbid, we will not be useless in Jesus' name. But anyway, another story for another day. But anyway, he got butt hurt because he wasn't invited to the meeting. So that was the last statement he made in the text. So I'm looking at the screenshot right now. In my opinion, by the way, both of their stories are aligned. Okay, because I don't look at stories from the specific Timba analyze in one line. No, I look at overall bigger picture, right? The stories are aligned from both of them, right? Even the fact that there's a bunch of missed calls, which she's trying to debunk here, I could have guessed that, but thank you for the receipts, I guess. So VeryDarkMan said, be careful though, there is nothing like they are scared of VDN. They want to act funny with you. Be careful though. Well, them acting funny with her is something we might call negotiation. Yes, they will negotiate with her. It's to be expected, right? They're going to try to take care of the lady and to try to get rid of the problem altogether at as cheap as possible, at the lowest cost possible, right? So, but also they don't want this problem looming over their public relations. And they want to take care of it, right? But negotiations to be expected. VeryDarkMan calls it, they want to act funny with her. He was just advising the sister. Nothing wrong with that. He said, be careful though, all right? The next thing, she posted, I need Bebek's number. I still did the office, oh. I just left the office. Now like this, I'm on my way home. And then she tried to call, a voice call, no answer. I'm just getting home. Call me back. A voice call, no answer. So she's showing receipt that she was trying to call VeryDarkMan, right? Then she puts here in a little caption, says, send me Bebek's number was the last chat he posted. Of course, for your video, make it come be like say I know update am. He edit am, cut am, since he brought it online. Let's talk, bro. You want justice for Ruth to stop. So we go to worship you first. I don't come church, bro. Anyway, bro, now me reach Irua. Who is Irua? I think there's an Irua in this story, right? The next day, see Elizabeth still right here. Okay, so I don't need all of this detail. Okay, I'm just looking at all. Okay, they are releasing receipts. They are casting each other, and there's one mention of Ruth so far, right? She said, bro, even when you go the hospital shoot your videos, I feel say you don't sort the bills. But no, the girl mama sent me the message to give you, because now today they've covered that because Easy got involved. The Edo State government have covered the bills, about 10 million naira. VeryDarkMan came back and said it was supposed to be 4 million naira. Now suddenly became 10 million naira. Listen, why is it that people can't just assume best case scenario. Like, oh, maybe there's some things I don't know. Maybe there's some in-betweens, some nuances to this story. But guess what? On the internet, we do what we do best. We just take it at surface level. We run with it. Anyway, ever since they've still been dragging each other, sadly, they've made it about themselves. They've made it about content creation, right? They've made it about their brands, right? And people are paying more attention. People are just catching cruise at this point in time. I have not seen one single account number posted anywhere where anybody can donate in all of this. Now, let me drag Instablog Niger. Instablog Niger, they are full of shit. Okay? They're ass kissers. They were kissing VeryDarkMan's ass for a long time. He don't cast them. I just want to point that out. Uncle Beno, that's all I have to say on this one today. I just did laugh as I did watch. What do you have to say with this one so we can end the show, Uncle Beno?
No, let's see what people are saying in the comment first.
Okay.
Make it not be like, say, we no consider their comment.
Shout out to Abby. Abby, you came back. Abby was here early on. She supported the show with a £4.99. Thank you so much, Abby. So Abby is saying, exactly, Nigerians are always pessimistic. Of course, they're a business. She's right about that, though. No, she's right. Absolutely. Every week, VDM, Zukwa Nike. VDM will not rest, though. We need him to be saving lives. You know, shout out to one of my sisters here, Ayola, who came into the backstage earlier on. Uncle Beno, this one is for you. You probably didn't see it because you silenced our group. I'm calling you out, but we'll talk about that one later on. But this is what she said. She tagged actually.
Who said that?
One of my sisters in the
chat.
Yeah. So she said, I have a pushback. She tagged me, she tagged you. She said, I have a pushback to your submission on the live. I guess the live I was hanging out with you yesterday. On the live you did yesterday, watched on playback. Nigeria does not need a VDM. We don't need a pseudo activist. We don't need someone who threatens to dismember his fellow human being and come out to act. He's a saint. We don't need someone who uses people's predicament to chase clout and also make money. I tell you that if VDM had not been going after people with voices in order to make situations about himself, if the Nigerian police force had not been harboring evil in the form of VDM, Nigerians would have had people with voices speaking for them when matter arises. So please, we do not need a VDM, but someone with a sincere heart. You all should stop creating a monster out of people, I beg. What do you have to say about this one, Uncle Beno?
Well, like I've always said, everybody is entitled to their opinion. One thing I know about Nigeria's situation is this. If Nigeria never happened to you, it's so easy to sit down and judge what everybody are doing. And I so like that about us Nigerians. We can analyze fire. Oh, we can dissect situation and say, they should have done this way better. Oh, let's go about it. That way is better. This is the best move. You know, they call us armchair analysts. We are so good at that in Nigeria. And it's just funny to me, cruise to me, because you know why?
Why?
Now, until you hit some people, until you reach your turn, you can't look at the Nigeria system. You see that the law enforcement, they will fail you. You see that everybody will fail you. Nobody you can call on. Even the Baba Alaye, where you think say you know all the connection for Nigeria, nobody get connection. The only connection where you get for Nigeria is to whoever is the president. If you can hang on somewhere to be connected to whoever is the president, that is where you have solid connection. So people can say we don't need VDM. We don't need him at all. Honestly, as I did like this, if I have the power to get VDM to stop helping anybody, I will do it. I swear. Because Nigerians don't need him. Nigerians need to fight for themselves. By the time their back is against the wall, they will fight. VDM helping them, I just feel sorry for that. Honestly, I don't wish him bad. But as that guy did so, If I wake up one day, they say your enemy delete. Do you know I won't be surprised? Just to be frank, I won't be surprised because of the risk
Why won't
he's
you be
taking there and
surprised?
there. The Nigeria is not the place where you fight for people.
So it's in
You
harm's
are
way.
seeing it right now. Eh?
So
You are
you're saying
seeing it
he's in
right
harm's
now.
way. Yeah.
Every blessed day. So far, so good. I think I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and the person told me like, it's like maybe VDM have a sham that is protecting him. And I said the protection VDM has is not even a sham. It's God that is protecting him right now. There is no sham you have in Nigeria that they cannot break. The only sham that people cannot break is when God is strongly behind you. If I wake up tomorrow, they say he enemy, they don't want to alive him. I swear I won't be surprised. I will cry for him because I love him. I like what he is doing. Fighting for innocent people is not easy. But I won't be surprised. Then, you know the show where I go come do? Oh, now to come laugh at the people where they criticize them. So that's the show that I will do. You say, hey, thank God, oh, finally, VDM is no more. We give God the glory. Nigeria is a perfect place now. All the people, when they sabi analyze VDM, he do this too much, he do that too much. I hope you guys will now come out and start fighting for innocent people. Well, MOP, let me just be candid, okay? We Nigerians, we are good at evaluating situation. We are so good at
At
analyzing
analysis.
situation, but we are not good at confronting it head on. Let's just call it what it is. We are not good at it. And then we are good at criticizing person where they make move. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
During the last presidential election, Peter Obi is my candidate, he's still my candidate. And I'm
you be obedient? I didn't know that.
Yes, obedient to the core.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you were batified.
No, I'm obedient always. But I just wanted to use this to explain something to clarify how I understand the Nigerian mindset. Now I'm obedient. Then Tinubu become the president. Tinubu removes subsidy and he makes the situation of the country worse for everybody. Tinubu has been there for 2 years now. And Tinubu has implemented some policies. And when I look at those policies, to be honest, to God who made me, Tinubu have some very, very good policies that if only he has the ball to confront corruption, we will have all seen the type of changes that will have come around. It's just because he doesn't have what it takes to fight corruption. That's why we are not seeing the effect of those policies he implemented. Now, how does that relate to VeryDarkMan situation? So when I was doing a show, and I'm like, look, listen, even though Tinubu is not my candidate, so far so good. Tinubu is doing some good job.
Right.
Some people were so angry, like, how dare you give him credit?
Can't say that to some people.
And some people were like, how can you be an obedient and you are giving Tinubu credit? Is it because he's a Yoruba man? And I'm like, that right there is the problem we have.
Tribalism and it's entered the chat.
You see? So now, because majority of the people don't like Tinubu, the things Tinubu did well, we should not praise him. We should just rubbish everything he did. Just because he removed subsidy without adequate plan of how to ensure that this is not going to affect the people negatively. Because insecurity is so right now in Nigeria, we should neglect every other good thing he's doing. That is the case with VeryDarkMan. I love it when I see Nigeria say, oh, VeryDarkMan, that boy is stupid, he don't know what he do, he's nasty, this, that, which is right. But my question to people would always be, can you do even 2% of what this guy is doing? If you can, come out and do it. That's the way Nigeria is right now. Nobody is protecting anybody in Nigeria.
Are you saying people cannot have a dissenting opinion about VeryDarkMan?
People can have dissenting opinion. People can criticize him. I do criticize him. Thank God. You be my paddy. You see me sometime when I go crazy about what he does too, even though I'm one of his big fan. But it's beginning to look like people are moving from criticizing what he did bad to hatred. And if you ask me, how do I know? A lot of people don't even listen to whatever he's saying because they don't like him. And that is the danger. When you hate somebody so much that you don't listen to that person, you don't see anything good in whatever the person is doing. It's like right now, the way VeryDarkMan is right now, anything he's doing, people are waiting for him to make mistakes so they can pass on that and drag him on the basis of that. That is the way we roll in Nigeria. It doesn't matter whether we are rich or we are poor. It doesn't matter whether we are educated or non-educated. When Nigerians don't like you, no matter the good things you are doing, they are waiting for that your mistake. So they pounce on that mistake to use it to rubbish everything. The show that I did today, I emphasize users and entitlement mindset because it is what it is in Nigeria. Once Nigerians turn against you, there is difference between criticizing someone and hating someone. It's not the same thing. I criticize Iyabo Ojo, and when I see what she did right, I praise it. That's just my own nature. Now, criticizing Iyabo Ojo is not the same thing as hating Iyabo Ojo. That's just where I am. If you hate a guy for what he's doing, it means you are going to jubilate when that person dies. That's just what it means.
So how do you define, what do you see that makes you think of it as hate? What behaviors have you seen outside of just criticizing him that makes you think of it as they hate VeryDarkMan?
Okay. Now, it's not everybody that criticizes VeryDarkMan that hate him. Let's make that clear first. But when you go online and you watch videos of pro-VDM and anti-VDM, if you read comments of pro-VDM and anti-VDM, you can begin to see those who hate him and those who criticize him. One thing about criticism is that when you criticize somebody, you are offering a better solution. Is that not how it is supposed to work? Which me I call
constructive criticism. Yes,
that's what I call constructive criticism. So when you criticize somebody, you offer a better solution. It's just like the conversation we were having on Uncle Beno yesterday. When my sister showed up, they were like, "Hey, this guy is moving this way. He's not supposed to move like that. He should have done it this way." Oh, this guy is some of the things he's doing, how he is inserting himself in the case, this and that. They pointed out, and at the same time, they are offering better solutions. That is what I call criticism. Compared to somebody that say, "Oh, this boy, I hate to even listen to him. I can't even stand
like they can't stand. I know a lot of people that say that, but it's not that deep for them though. I know a lot of people that say that.
It's deep. Do you know why it's deep? If you, before you, especially with somebody with VDM, let me give you an example. Many of us, we don't like our politicians in Nigeria.
Yes.
Many of us hate our politicians.
Is it that we don't like our politicians or we don't like Nigerian leadership?
It's the politicians now who are in charge of the leadership. Is it not because their leadership is terrible? That's why we don't like them. That's why many of us don't like them now, right? Now, as I'm speaking with you right now, I used to listen to Nigerian news every morning before. Even sometimes before I go to bed, I will listen to Nigerian news because the stations by 5, 6, they are already broadcasting. Now I don't listen to them no more. Okay? Now, based on, as for me now, me not listening to them, and then when something happens, I jump out and I start criticizing. That is me doing a wrong job because I did not listen to them well enough to even hear what have they done, where have they reached, you will be right
if it's a job, but these are just people having an opinion. Like you always said, everybody have the rights to their opinion, right? So
in the case of VeryDarkMan, like I said right now, people having an opinion, people criticizing him and offering solution is not the same thing as people who you can tell from the comment you are seeing, they don't like him, they hate him. Hatred is deep, MOP.
I know hatred is deep. I'm saying it is not hatred because what I'm seeing is not that deep. I understand that hatred is
Okay.
deep. That's precisely what I'm saying. That hatred will be a deep thing. And when people say, I can't, which Abby just said, I can't stand VDM, I don't see it's not that deep. They can even say I hate, they can even use the word I hate is God, but it's not real hate because they don't know each other personally.
Oh, you think it's not real hate, but let me
You
just,
can't
I will
really
just
hate a
call
person
it,
you don't know
I
personally.
will
You
call it the
can't.
way me I see it. If you hate somebody, if that person cry, you won't feel nothing. MOP, come on. Let's just be frank with this thing.
I'm gonna agree
Somebody
with you.
you
If
somebody you
BDM, God
hate,
forbid, God
if the
forbid, right?
person delete, you don't care because shit.
No, let me agree with you partially. If
Okay.
VDM by 99.99% of the rat tail gang will not lose one sleep over it because they don't know him personally. That's why I'm trying to get you to listen to what you're also saying, right? They don't know him personally. They love what he does, they love his ideologies, they love what he stands for. They don't know him personally. That doesn't mean they hate him. They just don't know him personally. Just like the people that have opposing opinions about the things that he does. You see what I'm saying? So now you mentioned something about the pro VDM, anti VDM. I've never seen it. Is there a place where they are leaving comments like that online where there's pro VDM, anti VDM? I haven't
MOP
seen it.
more MOP more not do this the way you want to do. You can't tell me whenever you see post about VDM, when you read the comment, you can't tell if a comment is pro VDM and
Most
if
of the
a
negative
comment
comment
is
I see
anti
is the
VDM.
rattle. Most of the negative comment I see is the rattle. If you want me to
The
tell you the
comment
truth.
negative comment you see against VDM is
No,
the
no, no.
writer
Most
that will
of
be
the
talking against VDM.
negative comment
Huh?
period. Most of it that I see is the rattle. Okay, and
Oh,
and
you
they
don't
usually
see.
they will say things like this one, this this one, and sense, this one are sense. They will do hand like this, right? Anytime somebody says anything against VDM, right? These
So
are the kind of
MOP,
comments I
MOP,
see all the
you
time.
don't see
Yeah,
comment. You don't see comment where people will actually they will acknowledge what VDM done and then they will point out what he's doing wrong. You don't see those comments.
the
Is that what you are
worst,
saying?
the
So only
worst.
Rattel's comment are the one you are seeing.
No,
Okay, now
the
I see
worst.
why you keep
Wait
the same
now,
mistake all the time.
Uncle Mano. The worst of the comment that I see against VDM are this one, and like I said, I don't think it's that deep. Like I can't stand VDM. When people
Okay.
say that's the worst that I see against him,
Okay,
people that
Baba.
can't stand him because they are usually I see people that are just trying to apply critical thinking to what he's doing. Some of them are like this guy, or some of them will say he too much, right? It's usually
Okay.
not that deep. I don't think it's that deep for the rattle too. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that the trolls, the negative trolls, are mostly people that support him. Let's not get that twisted. Unless there's another place where there's some very, very extremely negative people against VDM. I have not seen it yet. That's what I'm saying. He has a
No,
mob
anyway.
online. He has an
No,
online
it's
mob.
okay.
He can literally shut down any page he wants to shut down. Can we be honest? Like no one can shut down VDM's page. VDM can literally shut down people's page. Can we say that with our full chest?
I
All
don't
he
know
has
where
to
you are
say is go
taking
after
to
this
now,
page.
Baba.
No, I'm just we're
VDM have
making
never no MOP. May we not even do that one at all, please. VDM have never said go after somebody page before. Do you have a video where VDM say
no. I said he
Rattles go
can.
after
I
this
didn't say he
person's
did.
page?
I didn't say he did.
Eh,
I said he
no.
can. He has the. I'm telling you how much power VDM has right now. He has
We
the
are,
power to do that right now. All he has to do is say that Phyna girl betrayed me, and they will mob her. Exactly what they did to her. That's exactly what they did to Phyna. Am I lying? I'm not lying now,
you are
Kubeno.
100% correct. But what me I will just say, here is just what I will say. Because if we have to be digging deep into VDM, it will be creating a lot of enmity
It's not that
for
deep,
me
Uncle
for many.
Beno.
He over deep MOP.
Oh
He
my
deep.
God.
Let me no, I
Oh
got to
Lord.
MOP. You know how I move now? This thing is deep. The reason for us it looks like it's not deep is because we can laugh we can disagree about him, and then after the show, we are laughing, we are playing.
Okay,
That's why it's not deep but it's deep for so many other people.
So I can chop this up into shorts later on. It has to be under 2 hours. Let's do fire rounds. I'm going to play this video. I want to hear your fire round opinions about them, right? This guy right here, this guy that's been dragging VDM for a few weeks. Remember this guy?
Anambra State. So I made my last post.
I'm not going to play the whole thing. He came out, he said the bike man is alive. The Aboki bike man is alive. He actually ran away. Did you see that part of the news?
I don't watch those ones unless somebody post it. I get it to see. I'm not following all those. Many of these guys, everybody just hop on. They are out making money out of VeryDarkMan. So
except VeryDarkMan, right? Except VeryDarkMan, right?
VeryDarkMan make his money. The thing is, a lot of people are not ready to have deeper conversation about VDM. So, and sometimes.
This right here, the engagement between me and you about VeryDarkMan is going to be one of the most deepest you can find about VeryDarkMan. Most people having conversations about VeryDarkMan, they are not objective. They're either for or they are against him. We are being objective here. You understand what I'm saying? This guy said the Aboki bikeman that carried Phyna's sister escaped from the scene, even though Phyna has announced that, although by proxy, she said that they said the guy has passed away. A bunch of people were saying, oh my shit, but they said the guy is alive. That's that anyway. Now, this guy, I want you to play this one for you so you can.
Phyna, Dangote truck.
I know this is your guy. You like him.
You look down on me. You pour me for face.
MOP no
poor.
Oh,
you didn't come to me to help you out.
What did you say? What did you say?
I don't listen to that guy anymore.
Radio guard. He said you look down me, you pour me spit.
Those are one of those guys that come abroad. Abroad no work for them, so they are just hopping on anything they see.
Uncle Ben, no, and you gonna learn no, Jesus Christ.
MOP, look, see, MOP, I know they like to deceive myself. I've said this before. For me, I know it deceive myself. When I won't listen to person, I try to figure out who this person be first. If the person is worth my time. That dude, since not be Bobrisky issue, he might be them everything. Not be make us know this guy. Okay, who is that guy? MOP, tell me who is that guy. What job is he doing? Where is he staying?
I said fire. Uncle, no, this is not that deep. I told you fire round. We are on to Israel now. Israel, you said you did the same thing to me. VDM leaked out all what you had privately discussed with him. You did the same thing to me. You insulted and called me all printable names. VDM even converted your number. Did you covered mine? Enjoy the shit and more. Israel is a vindictive man. I could have predicted that. What do you think about this one?
Israel?
Israel Juju. The video Israel.
What did he say Israel do?
He's been petty. He said Phyna did it to him too. So he serves her right. That's what he said.
Oh, Israel say Phyna did it to him.
Yeah. That she exposed him to.
MOP, frankly speaking, our people are not ready for deeper conversation on this whole thing. I told you I watched this same girl, this Phyna. I not give myself credit, but I'm a very good judge of character. I watched a couple of videos of this guy. I already know who this girl is. Forget whatever happened to the sister now. God will heal that sister in Jesus' name. Forget this Phyna. This girl, they all of them belong to the same WhatsApp group.
Well, I heard.
Too, as we see her, so.
Uncle Beno, I heard that she was a rattle. How come she wasn't protected?
Who's protected?
Phyna was a rattle. She was a rattle up to now.
MOP,
how come she wasn't protected?
MOP don't do this.
Okay, all right. Let's move on.
The way you wait. Let's talk about this for 1 minute or two. You see the way you emphasize rattle. You sounds like, I'm sorry, no verse, Baba. I just wanted to do complete.
No, that's okay. Before you go there,
like,
I won't let you say that. Like, before you go there, what I want to say is that you said something earlier on. Sorry to cut you out on that because I don't want you to say anything funny. But you said something earlier on, right? Something about people when it comes back to bite people, when people start to hunt or witch hunt VDM, right? That you will wait for when it happens to them. An example of that is Phyna. Phyna was loving, allegedly, when VeryDarkMan was calling everybody out and he was exposing it. And it's come back to bite her in the butt.
MOP, I'm still gonna say what you say.
Yeah, say it. Yeah, say it. I just want to throw that in there. I want to throw that in there. Yeah, say it.
Because you don't know what I want to say, let me just say it. Anytime you say because this person is a rattle, that one is a rattle, it sounds like when Yinka TSC, Yinka we marry you Edoche, when he put all main nation under one basket, as if main nation actually know the people where they inside main nation.
Main nation is another mob on the internet too.
So MOP, the way you call the rattle, you call it as if VDM actually know these people. They are eating in the same plate with VDM.
He's feeding them very well. He's doing a great job feeding them.
I am a VDM supporter. VDM don't know me, I don't know him. So are you now going to say that, oh, maybe tomorrow now, something happened, maybe miraculously, me and VDM will begin fight? Are you going to say, oh, Ben used to be a rattle, now why is he not protected? Please don't say that, Baba.
So what? I don't want to do too much, Shalaye.
As if VDM supposed to protect Phyna or something.
No. The point there was a point there. There was a point there. I don't want the point to get brushed under the rug. When we celebrate people that make it their business to expose other people in the name of activism, it can see when you celebrate tyrant, is that what they call them? Right? When you sell the tyrants, Jared, thank you. When you celebrate nepotism, right? Oh my father, it's a full cycle. You understand what I'm saying? You said it earlier in a different way. It just wasn't against VDM. This one is kind of against VDM and the rattle. But not really. I just want to make that point. That when we say, if you want to do activism, you need to calm down. You also said it. You don't have to drag everybody every opportunity. Calm down. You don't have to drag people until they give you 100 million naira, like Don Jazzy, right? You have to keep the same. You will have to keep that same energy. And unfortunately, in life, we're all biased, and sometimes we can't afford to keep the same energy.
Let me ask this way, Baba. Who is VDM to you? Is VDM an activist or a content creator to you?
VDM is both. Okay, he's both. He has admitted he hasn't admitted to being an activist. He actually said, "Don't call him an activist." He said, "Call me an online police." He's an activist now.
He's not an activist.
He's an activist.
VDM is not an activist. This is why a lot of people misjudge.
No, don't give him pass because he said he doesn't want to be activist. Doesn't mean he gets a pass. His activities are activist type of behavior. Okay, so we don't need him to admit that he's an activist. It's not necessary. He's not going to get a pass. Yeah.
No. I disagree with that, Baba. VDM is not an activist. And he said it all the time, he's not an activist.
It doesn't make a difference.
VDM is a content creator. Do you know Harrison? Harrison, Harrison, you know Harrison?
Yeah, I know Harrison. Harrison.
Would you call Harrison an activist or a content creator?
He's an activist.
What makes him an activist?
Because those are the activities he engages in, not just because he called himself an activist. Same point. Not just because you call yourself an activist. It is your behavior and the things you do that make us call you an activist. Now we can argue. We can argue. No, we can argue that he's a good activist or a bad activist or a pseudo activist. We can make that argument. But for us to try to give him a pass because he didn't admit to being an activist. No, it's not going to get that pass.
We all just have to understand that if you say to you VDM is an activist, I agree. That means if you are evaluating his activities, you are judging him on the basis of an activist. So it's okay.
No, I'm not. I haven't had an opinion about him today. What do you mean judging him?
No, Baba, now you are judging him. That's what you do.
How?
You judge him, you analyze
I
the
even said I was a
all
rattle
this out and
yesterday.
all
What do you
that.
want from me, Uncle Beno? I even said I was a rattle yesterday. What do you
Okay,
want
but
from me now?
what I'm saying is this: to
Mm.
VDM, to you, VDM is an activist.
Not to
To
me.
me,
No, not to me. He's an
Baba,
activist.
that is to you
He
because
might be a
you
bad, a
can't force
terrible
it to me. To
activist,
me,
but he's an activist.
okay, but to me, VDM is a content creator.
Ebi, he's creating content,
Are you going
okay.
to override that one? I shouldn't take it that he's a content creator. Should I agree that he's an activist?
You're
What I'm
insulting him. He
saying
doesn't
is,
like to be insulted, by the way, by calling him content creator. You're insulting him now at this point. Remember, he felt insulted
okay,
by
he
this guy
said,
that says to come and fight Portable
okay,
the other time. You're insulting him. Oh.
okay, wait to MOP. He said he's not an activist. You call him an activist. Are you insulting him like that or not? Based on what you see, what you observe about
Activist is
him,
a honorable thing. Content creator is not yet honorable. Not yet,
MOP,
sir.
activism is not an honorable thing. We will not deceive ourselves. Many people become activists out of frustration. How many rich man picking? How many wealthy people you see? Wait, I'm an activist. How many of them? They. So let's not say people become activists out of
Omoyele
frustration.
Showore is an
So what?
activist.
Omoyele
Not
Sowore is not an activist. He's a politician. Baba,
another
may we not
angle.
go down
Okay,
that
may
route.
no go. Uncle Beno,
May we not go
no go
down
that
that
route.
route.
I want to keep this under 2 hours. Let Uncle Beno, let's entertain. Natu has come to the stage. Uncle Beno, don't run. Natu,
It's not to
talk to
walk on
me.
fight. It's walk on
How
fight.
you take no? Man should go corner where my husband no go hear me.
Hey, Natu.
So
MOP,
not to how you
what's up?
do, my sister.
I full ground. Uncle Ben, I do understand what you're trying to say, right? But I also want you to be rational in your distance submission. If that's what you believe, that's excuse me, that's fine. If in New York, if you drive an Uber, right? If you don't have a TLC license and you still drive Uber under your private car with your private number, you're an Uber driver. If you refuse to sign up on the app, but you go to the train station when people are coming off the train to give them rides and they pay you, you are a cab driver. If you like, paint your cab yellow. If you like, paint it green. If you like, leave it under the same color you bought the car. You are a cab driver, sir. That's what
Dari,
it is. So
yes,
if police, hold on a second. So if
Go
police
ahead.
catch you and you tell police that, oh, I'm not a cab man, but you're picking people and collecting money. So you're not the one to decide that you're not a cab man. And like Gideon to some extent, I don't think he has. I'm not going to say he's not intelligent, but he's not knowledgeable enough of what he's doing. And yesterday we kept saying on your show, he needs to narrow down what he's doing so he knows what he's doing. So he can be able to state, okay, I'm a content creator. This is what if you're a content creator, what you'll be doing is for fun. So the thing that he went to do in Kogi, Abi in Edo to block the cheaper drivers, he went to block them for content. That's activism.
That's
That's
activism
activism
now.
right there.
Uncle Beno.
Yeah, that's activism right
Yeah.
there. Right there. That's
Yeah.
what we're defining as he's been an activist. Harrison, when we say he's a content creator, we say he's an activist. We say Harrison has staff that work for him in different states and member under his own team. They used to go and cover stories and catch people at night and take to the police station. What are they taking it for? To create content and get money on Facebook. That's activism right there. So if he doesn't want to define it as activism, if you go to shop and you want and carry something and don't pay, you are a thief. If you say I didn't steal it, I just shift it, sir, that's stealing, sir. Because you didn't pay. You didn't pay for it. So if you say, based on my own calculation, when we're growing up, and our friends that are from rich families are stealing their parents' money, they will not tell that they'll say we shifted the money. But guy, but you thief the money, not be your own money. So I do understand that you're trying to protect VDM or you're trying to protect what people think about him. It's okay for you to think like that if that's what you believe. But from the perspective and the angle that we are seeing, that's not what we're seeing. You are not wrong and we are not wrong because we are standing on different angles. So whatever angle you're seeing, whatever you're viewing, it's right from what you're seeing. But from our own angle, I'm trying to explain to you this is what I've seen. And you cannot tell me that is not what I'm seeing because of the angle I'm standing, because I'm not still the same angle with you. It's not the same. So if you give us math and they say 7 plus 2 is 9, and you come and say 5 plus 4, you cannot tell me I'm wrong because my own is 5 plus 4, your own is 7 plus 2, or your own is 3 times 3, or your own is 6 times 3, 6 plus 3. We're all arriving at 9. And that's what we're saying. And the reason why we say activism is a honorable thing is because it's a selfless act.
Yes.
That thing that he went to do to block the strokes, nobody did it.
I'm not doing that for Nigerians.
God bless you. And that thing that he wants to do, they probably might have quiet him there before he get back. But he risks his life. Deji stopped working with him. Do you know why?
It's too
Because
much.
Deji told
It's
him that
risky.
it's too much. But
Yeah.
he has, you say, if I will pie, let me pie. That is the mind of an activist. A content creator will go home and go and sleep.
Yeah.
Another trouble, we wake up tomorrow and we'll use it for content and make money. But that's not the case of VDM. What he's doing, this one is activism pro max. Because even did you see Shawore in this case? Is Shawore not an activist? This is roboting his man in this one. No. So his own level of activism is on a different level. He's not creating content, even though he's making money from that content. But
And it's been obviously appreciated. Guys, I have to.
even we that saying that we don't like him or we don't
Yeah.
like the way he does
We have to
something, we're
acknowledge
giving him
that.
credit. Yes,
Mhm.
we have to give him credit for those things. That thing
Yeah.
he did in Kogi, who is going to do that?
Yeah.
Who's going to do that?
I actually think the Rattles do a terrible job at acknowledging his activism work. They are much more concerned about people getting dragged and they enjoy it. None of them are doing what you just said about what's his name, Anyanwu. He has teams everywhere, right? VeryDarkMan has not been able to create proper structure yet with the Rattles. He has some, but I don't think it doesn't look very structured yet. You know, I think he's a one-man mopo for now.
And even that thing that you were saying that the BDM has power to bring any page. Uncle Ben is saying this and that. What MOP is saying is not in a negative sense. I want you to understand that part, Uncle Ben. He's saying it in a positive light. That is the level and the magnitude of power that he carries.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you come to say, when they were doing Mohbad's case, BDM personally shifted the goalposts of that case till today. They'll not be able to bring it back to where it is.
Yeah.
This Phyna's case has shifted from her sister to Dongote to Phyna betraying VDM. Everywhere, that's the story. Is that the problem? Somebody's life is on the line. That's the power that he has. So we're not saying the power in a negative sense. We're just trying to explain to you that we don't think even he himself understands the power that he has and what he can do and will do. Why is everybody flooding his DM?
Oh yeah, now to give me your last word real quick because I have to end this before the 2-hour mark because of the editing. Give me your last word real quick. Yeah.
Well, what I just have to say is that first of all, VDM is an activist, believe it or not. Even though there's a sprinkle of content to it, but from all indications and whatever he's doing, is showing us that this is the direction which is going. He has not been able to narrow down his niche of activism yet, which he needs to work on and create a structure. That's just what he needs to do.
Thank you, Jerry. Yep.
And the writers need to calm down and chew ice. Good night.
All right, now call in earlier next time, please.
Yes, I will.
All right. Uncle Bendo, give me your last word, Baba. Thank you so much for stopping by and making the conversation sweeter.
Hey, Sister Natu, thank you. Have a very good night, my lovely sister. Basically, I don't have anything to say more than when it comes to what VeryDarkMan is doing in Nigeria. It's okay for people not to agree with him. It's okay for people to call him out on his excesses, but let us draw a line when we are calling him out, so that on the process of calling him out, it wouldn't sound like hatred. 1, 2, it wouldn't sound like jealousy, and 3, it wouldn't sound like, oh, Nigeria don't need him. That's all I have to say. Because the truth of the matter remains that for somebody like me, I'm a very emotional person. I already judge where this guy's life might end up, and I already feel sorry for him. But if I have my way, he should stop helping people in Nigeria. It's not worth it. That's all I would say. It's not worth it. Nigerians, we are so good at sitting on our asses and doing nothing. But as soon as somebody step up and start doing something, we will now focus our attention on what that person is doing and begin to judge the person. That's just what I see in all of this.
Thank you, Uncle Beno. I'll go join your next dragging of this issue so we can drag them out.
I go even step away from the issue for a while. I don't like the head
right.
bring. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, boss. Yeah. All right, everybody. I thank you guys for being here. This was a good show, as usual. I'm going to leave the rest of the conversation to you. What do you think? Is VeryDarkMan an activist or a content creator? Hopefully, you've been enlightened, educated. We'll see you on the next one. Take care and God bless.